Okay, let's start in the name of Allah. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to today's analysis. Um, let's go and see how the market is doing and how we can prepare. So, as you can see, I'm again in the US dollar chart. So, yesterday we didn't have any kind of analysis, I was kind of busy. But I have already told you guys that there is a breakout in US dollar toward the downside. This uptrend is broken. We can expect more dollar to come in the market, and dollar gets weakened. Crypto gets strong. So that's the first meaning it gives us. The second thing is that a lot of things happened. Bitcoin had to dip more, which we were expecting. We will go inshallah into that as well. But before that, we need to check USDT dominance and how is this one doing. So I shared this on Twitter. So this is my view for the bull market and bear market. So you guys can prepare according to that. So this entire area, if we make bigger, this whole circle is a place of supply for USDT. Now, if you see each time USDT reached here, we had a good breakdown after that, and the market moved toward the bull. Especially Bitcoin was performing all this time the market, but there is a very good indication, which I'm going to go on that as well, that we want the altcoins to actually perform, and why we haven't seen anything like before yet. Are we going to see an alt season or no? And how is it going to be this time? Because all the previous cycles, there were less coins in the market, there were more capital. Because of that, we had good push and so many altcoins uh, 3 4 years ago. But this time it was just Bitcoin. Now, in bull case, I expect this line to still hold in USDT, but if something goes wrong, it means we might see Bitcoin even go below 90K. There is a chance, because this chart shows me that it might take Bitcoin below $90,000. But to give you guys an exact price for Bitcoin, I'm going to show that in the chart for you and explain it. So, two things we can expect at the moment for USDT. First of all, there is 1 day, 11 hours left for the weekly. If weekly closes below this, then we have the chance to just move on from this price in Bitcoin and reclaim 100,000. Then we might see liquidations above 105 to $107,000, which is going to be fantastic for Bitcoin. Otherwise, if it does close above this, we might just come to 6.4. Then from there we can expect the pattern to follow, like this exact same pattern. Now, in the bear cases, that we might actually break lower than $90,000 and we will not reclaim it. And if we don't, it means that the price will for USDT will go above 7%, and we will see a retest and 6.5 or 6.4. But in Bitcoin term, it would mean we will see at a retest of $90,000 to $95,000. Then that will be the bear market case. So this is what I am looking at. Then where would this lead? It might just lead Bitcoin to it might just lead Bitcoin to $69,000, while altcoins will be in complete destruction phase, and they will be bleeding so much in this case. So have your chart like this, have your supply and demand level like this, and look at these levels and look at these probabilities, because what we do is we look for probabilities. That's how much Allah has allowed us to do. but we cannot predict the market. If we try to predict, we fail. BTC dominance. Alhamdulillah, you can see this. I gave you guys the roadmap earlier on Twitter as well as in the previous analysis that we did. So we have a good daily candle close below this uptrend in US and Bitcoin dominance, as well as all these wicks are taken out. You can see a very nice bearish engulfing candle, which could push the price of alts up. If we see Bitcoin going up from here, then the altcoins will inshallah outperform. So let's take a look at total at the moment. So total had a little bit more breakdown. It came right below this. So it is actually retesting this zone, which doesn't look good for Bitcoin, right? So total market cap shows us an engulfing candle on daily, which is a confirmed breakout. We might actually see it coming down. So this is the risk at the moment that we might actually see this playing out in the upcoming days. Where we will be looking at this zone, which might lead Bitcoin to that $90,000 to $92,000, which I'm going to show you in a bit. Total 2 currently holding on the level of demand, so it means Ethereum at this point is still strong. So altcoins are still in good hands, but a breakdown of this will lead to lower levels. So a level that I can give you at the moment is one this level 1.1615. Then lower than that is this level of demand, which we can look for. And at this point, if things go south and we see a push in the market toward the downside, Ethereum will go below $3,000 and might even fall to $2,000 levels. That's what it shows me. Total tree is still very, very weak. So some of the altcoins at the moment are showing a lot of weakness. We need to go above this and close here in the upcoming day. Like we have one day to close. Not even one day, we have like 10 hours. Otherwise, this dump in the altcoins is actually possible 9%. Even if Bitcoin consolidates or go a little bit lower just to reach 92 to $90,000, altcoins will fall to their lowest. I will show you those in a bit as well. Others, this actually shows all the other coins that are currently there. It also indicates that if we actually try to go above this, and why is this strong at the moment is there are still some altcoins that are very strong in the market. So let's see. You can see that top 10 coins are out. It's the rest of the coins. Actually, they are looking very strong at this point. How is that are gonna play out? We have some coins which I'm going to show you, like Zcash we took. We got Monero, and we took out both of them in profit. We got Zen, we took that out in profit. Actually, we got like 42%, and Zcash, which was alhamdulillah amazing, amazing. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So you see there is no proper bounce in Bitcoin yet. We might actually coming back to $92,000, which first of all, if we put a line here and the current level of support, it gives us 93,400. But if we go just a little bit lower to take everything else, it is 92,000 completely. Like right at 92,000, we should bounce, because I still don't see it going below it. But there is a possibility of manipulation of something like this you can expect. you can definitely expect something like this if we go just below this level at $90,000. Bitcoin will bounce really hard. So look for these levels. I have still bought a little, like, accumulated for the long term, just in case in these prices. I can do that. If you're a beginner, don't do that. You need to learn, and if you want to learn from a Muslim community that we teach everything ethically and we avoid interest, gharar, speculation, gambling, all of it, we put it into a system of probabilities, which is Islamically proven. So if you wanna join us, we are here to help you. The links will be down below. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Before I go to Ethereum, let me show you Bitcoin in the other sense that I have previously talked about. I keep talking about this because uh, I gave this to you guys before it actually happened. So if I knew around these prices that this is a chance that we would see Bitcoin doing something like this, then what does it mean to us? It means that it is currently way too much oversold at a $92,000 level if it comes. We had a bounce from 94, but that is the entire zone you should have accumulated for the long term. But still, it might hang around a little bit the way I showed you, maybe just a little bit below it to $90,000. So it takes all the leverage traders out, all the gamblers out of the market, then it will push up the price again. Then we will have our target back to 107, then to $116,000 in Bitcoin. So this is a very good probability that I am looking at. I have previously defined this a lot, so we shouldn't be wasting time in this. And let's move on to Ethereum real quick. So Ethereum, you can see that this bounce currently in Ethereum, let me show you in lower time frame. It has actually happened from this line of support at $3,070. So you see, it happened exactly from here. Is there a chance that we might come to 2,900 or 2,800? Yes, there is. So, how will it look like? It There is a level of resistance here that we might actually get rejected from. So you need to take a look at that and keep your eyes on. So something like this could be a possibility in Ethereum before we actually come back and move toward these higher levels. So what you're looking at is one support here. You should be accumulating here for the long term, but to take a good trade with a very sharp stop loss of 2 to 3%, enter at $2,800, then take this rally, then wait for the pullback, then you can enter more, then let the market actually go to $3,600, inshallah. Let's see. These zones are still valid, 3,300. So we will track them as we move on. So this is a very good probability that you can look into. Another way to look at this is it might not actually go there if what I showed you and USDT dominance, that if we get rejected in weekly after 1 day 10 hours, then we might actually see something like this play in Ethereum as well, something like this. Oh wait, what did I do? Okay, so something like this. So this is also a probability. Whenever you see these lower prices, they actually mean buy here, but these impulses and these pushes and breakouts, you should completely avoid those because that is not where we get in. We get in at the lowest points, exactly at these levels. Okay, ETH BTC is actually very good at this point, 0.032, and it is holding, which is good for Ethereum tokens and Ethereum as well. So as you see Ethereum bouncing from this current support, this also held this level. So if Ethereum goes to 2,900 or 2,800, there is a chance to actually do this, which still hasn't happened. Like this was one of the probabilities which I gave you, where I gave you since here, since this price was broken. So this was one of the probabilities. We had this bounce, but since we couldn't reclaim 0.037 and this chart, this was the probability I gave you. It came almost dipping in this zone, but the bounce was so great that it couldn't happen. Can it still happen again? Yes. Yes, it can happen again. If it does, then here is where you load all the Ethereum tokens as well as Ethereum itself. But at the moment, try to avoid those because there is a lot of uncertainty going on with it. Otherwise, where else can you enter to be sure? So another level that you can enter and have a quick stop loss is after we actually go break these levels into something like this. Then you will enter here, have your stop loss right below it. You can't see it in this chart, but you will need to apply the same method in the Ethereum tokens. Okay, Solana. Solana actually did bounce from this support level, but it's very, very weak at this point. Do I have Solana at these positions? Yes, I did. I am trying to keep loading Solana for these higher levels. So I haven't taken any. I did take actually one for trade, but since I wasn't able to close it, I told you guys to close, by the way. So you guys were out with 1.5% or something, but I got stuck. So I'm still stuck with it, but I did DCA. It doesn't really matter for me. I bought more, so if something like this happens, there is a possibility for Solana. More than that, the same way that I have shown you in other ones, this is a possibility in Solana to actually fall just a little bit below. Maybe $120,000 is a very good level that you can look into. This level of resistance, then it will push the price back. And if we close above this zone, hold it, load more at the support of 125, then we will go to 147 and beyond. We want to keep tracking it this way so we are sure what we are actually doing. Sol, Bitcoin, at the moment, no good structure to show a lot of potential or a lot of strength against Bitcoin. So we will just ignore both of them. Dogecoin. About Dogecoin, I have some analysis lately that I might just move from Dogecoin to something else. There are a few reasons. One is the speculative nature of Dogecoin that a lot of scholars are debating at the moment, and it is in a gray area. Previously, because I had other sources as well telling that it was halal, I was holding it, but lately I am coming to this conclusion that Dogecoin every year it adds to its supply the same way that we have US dollar. So I am not actually in favor of this. I want things to be scarce like Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin. So we might actually shift from Dogecoin. So I'm not gonna give you my analysis in Doge until it is confirmed for me that are we going to stay in Doge or no. Because if it is in a gray area, it really doesn't worth it. Even if it goes to $1, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with this money if it makes our afterlife destroyed just by being in a coin that is haram and doesn't have a proper value according to uh, the professionals of this field. They all have, although they're what is it? Their debate going on because they are actually not sure. So if you're not sure, we should just avoid it, right? So I'm still thinking about it. I might just replace it with another great coin that I will do the analysis for you. Maybe who knows what, but I will give you guys not now. Let's take a look at gold. Gold BTC is actually outperforming Bitcoin is because gold is outperforming Bitcoin and Bitcoin keeps dipping because of the manipulation. We have a level of resistance here and another level of supply here, which we might just see if it continues like this for Bitcoin and if Bitcoin doesn't go back above 100K. We might see gold outperforming Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean that gold itself is going up. What did I give you guys? I showed you earlier too that we need to come lower from here, but because we're not trading gold, we're just actually just using it to add more to our analysis and be sure. So this was one of the scenario that if this level holds and if this is broken, then it's done for gold. It will keep going up. But you can see that the second scenario of mine has played out. This is what I wanted, and Alhamdulillah it has happened. We wanted gold to go down. We now have a clear structure for gold, and let's clean our previous analysis and do a new analysis and see gold in the sense. What do you see? A new lower low coming into gold, but still not, let's not do a speculation. Have our levels ready and be prepared for any scenario that could happen in the gold chart. But I'm still looking at gold coming to these areas. Let's see if it does come. So, yeah, these are the levels you should be looking at for the support. That is it. So let me show you guys Zcash, by the way. We got a good trade. Not in this chart. Let me show you in the other chart that I have. Because here I have it absolutely nicely ready. So we entered here, Zcash. It fell below. We didn't sell. We kept it. It broke higher. Then it gave us better confirmation. Now I let it go. I took a very less take profit because of the market condition overall. Just the profit. The remaining amount that I had gave me a very good profit, and I closed it at this high when it reached. So shows 43, but we got like 42%, which is amazing. Now we are waiting for it to come either in the $600 level or actually break these levels, then we will decide. So if you're seeing this, it is showing strength, but I try to buy higher lows. I want to be disciplined and always be making money than to speculate. That is not who I am. On the other hand, we did take some profits in Monero, which was, I don't know where it was. I think it was around here. But we just took profit and held it. But for Zcash, we completely sold it. So that is how it's looking like. I'm not gonna go through the other ones. Maybe at the time that I'm going to do a back test for the students later tonight. So if you want to be in that, then I'll see you guys in the premium there. So far, everything is done here, but let's go and see the liquidation heat map in both of these and see where are the liquidations of the traders, in this sense, the short traders. So we know where the Bitcoin is headed next. So in the 3-day chart, you can see some liquidations still exist, and it has increased as well around 93,000. These gamblers have no shame. It can take them out anytime soon once we dip to 92. These people will be completely destroyed again. But I think we have less or more or the same amount of liquidation in 3-day chart and Bitcoin above sitting at 100K as well, which they are also gonna get wrecked as soon as Bitcoin goes up. But a lot of liquidations are sitting between 105 to 107, which is what we're actually looking at. And it's not showing it very good in CoinAnk. Let's see CoinGlass. Yeah. So in the 24-hour, it is sitting at 96.97, which they might just get liquidated first, the way I showed you here. That we have a level of 97 to $98,000, which Bitcoin has to reclaim. Otherwise, once these short traders are out, we will go and push for the long ones to take them out. Okay, so that is a possibility. So be ready for both scenarios. And the 3-day, welcome Abdul Ahad. Assalamu alaikum. So you see 93,000 below, they will get liquidated, but before that at 97 to 98,000, a lot of liquidations are setting. If we go into the weekly, we will see yeah, it doesn't show so much here. Even short traders are looking done here. I believe if there aren't any of these people, we might just consolidate in Bitcoin for a while. Or we might actually skyrocket and go bullish. So I try to be bullish and hopeful when the market is down. That is how I look at it. And I try to be bearish when the market is at the top levels or it's breaking a structure. So I think we're still good so far in Bitcoin as long as we are holding these levels. In the upcoming days, we will know everything. And since this Ponzi scheme, US dollar, is getting destroyed in real time, I am really, really happy for that. Wa alaikum assalam. Now you guys can turn on your mic. We can talk in English, Persian, whatever you guys like, so I can answer your questions. Hello. Assalamu alaikum, Adibullah. How are you?
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
How are you doing? How is life going, bro?
الحمد لله.
How is education going? Are you following the course?
Um, for now, I'm a little bit slow with it because I'm not feeling so good. I'm not feeling so well.
Why? What's wrong, bro?
Yeah, I'm kind of sick. Yeah,
Oh, may Allah give you
so
shifa, bro. Get
I
well
mean,
soon.
yeah, thank you.
Do you have questions regarding today's market? I think you missed the analysis. You can watch it later on YouTube when I
Yeah, yeah,
upload it.
I will watch the recording.
Okay. Do you have any question or any chart for me to analyze before we
And
go?
no, for now, no, for now.
Okay. Abdulahad Wali.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum
Hope everyone's
assalam.
doing well. Sorry, guys, I'm
Alhamdulillah.
at work. Maybe I can talk a little bit later.
Okay, bro. Keep continuing hustling and work. Make more money so you can buy
Oh,
more Bitcoin.
inshallah, we will.
Yeah. Wali, do you have any question or we should just move on? Think you're busy too. I'll see you outside the meeting, bro. So, guys, if you like the content, press the like button so it reaches to our other members and Muslim communities and Muslims in general, so they can come and learn the ethical and halal way of trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. That is our mission, to empower Muslims through finance and money literacy in general. I believe. So the bigger purpose than that is to guide everybody toward what is the truth, which what Allah has revealed. So inshallah we will be succeeded in all realms in life. I'll see you guys inshallah next time. Have a good day.